Epithelium. Here you can see the epithelium. The epithelium, that is the lining tissue. Then epithelium is a lining tissue. It is lining the external surface of the body as well as the internal surface of the some organs like a tubes, arteries, and the organs. You can find out hollow organs like a this one stomach, okay, and intestine, okay, like that. Then here you can find out the classification of the epithelium. Then this is the lining tissue, and there are the here simple epithelium. Simple epithelium again squamous, cuboidal, columnar epithelium, and transitional epithelium. And the next here one more you can find out, this is the pseudo stratified. And in the columnar again you can find out the ciliated and non-ciliated. And here you can find out the stratified. Strata means layer, stratified means more than one layer, it is called as a stratified. In the stratified you can find out the squamous stratified, cuboidal stratified, and columnar stratified. Here you can see the simple squamous epithelium, single layer cells, flat shaped cells with the central nuclei. Here you can find out this is the basement membrane, and here the single layer of the flat shaped cells are there. If you see from the upper surface, it appears like a mosaic, like a floor, and the centrally bulged by the nucleus. Example for the simple squamous epithelium is like a thyroid epithelium, the follicles lined by this one. Epithelium covering the lung, epithelium covering the inner surface of the artery, okay, endothelium. That is the best example for the simple squamous epithelium. Here you can find out simple columnar epithelium. Example for this one is the like here the stomach lined with the simple columnar epithelium. See, name itself indicating columnar means the height of the cell is the more than the width. Width is the less and the height is the more. Height is more than the width, that is it is calling as a column, appears like a column. The height of the cell is more than the width of the cell. And the spherical shaped nucleus that is present near the basement membrane, and here you can find out this is the basement membrane, single layer of the tall cells, the where the height of the cell is more than the width of the cell, that is calling as a simple columnar epithelium. Okay, example for this one. Then the stomach is lining by the simple columnar epithelium. Simple cuboidal epithelium. Here you can see all the cells are appearing the cube shaped cells. The cube shaped cells are there. There are the many cube shaped cells. Then you can find out here the height is equal to the width. The height and the width is the equal, and this is calling as the cube. Cube means what? The height and the width are both are equal, and you can find out here the central nucleus, the round central nucleus you can find out, and the basement membrane. What is the cuboidal epithelium? The simple cuboidal epithelium, basement membrane is there. Above the basement membrane, the cube shaped cells are arranged in a single layer, that is calling as the simple cuboidal epithelium. The cuboidal epithelium definition, the height is equal to the width, and next you can find out the central nucleus, that is the cuboidal epithelium. The example for the cuboidal epithelium is the thyroid epithelium. The thyroid follicles inside that one is lined by the simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay. In addition, proximal convoluted tubule of the nephron and distal convoluted tubule of the nephron. And this also simple columnar epithelium with the goblet cells. This is the columnar epithelium with the goblet cells. Simple columnar means the height of the cell is more than the width, and it is arranged in the single layer and basement membrane. And here you can find out the goblet cell. Then these are calling as a mucous neck cells or goblet mucous cells. And here you can find out here the flask shaped cells. This one shape is the flask shaped cell, and here the nucleus is there. Actually nucleus towards the basement membrane like semilunar shape will be there, and it is secreting the mucus, especially in case of the large intestine, and in case of jejunum also you can find out. In case of the large intestine, for passing the solid waste product of the food in the form of the feces, for passing that one the lubrication is required. The mucus cells, the modified columnar cell acting like as a gland and secreting the mucus, and that is calling as a goblet cell. Goblet cell is the mucus secreting cell. It is a modified single columnar cells present in the large intestine and other parts, and that is for the lubrication purpose. Here you can see about the points, identification points, simple columnar epithelium that are there here like a pavement epithelium. Okay, it is a single layer, flattened cells, and alveolar lungs, endothelium of the blood vessels, that are the example for that one. Cuboidal, the height and the width is equal, and thyroid gland and small duct of the gland you can find out. Columnar, the height is more than the width, and the next here you can find out is a basal oval shaped nucleus is present, and the stomach is the best example for that one. Ciliated columnar means cilia will be there, hair like structures will be there on the top of the cells, that is a ciliated columnar epithelium. Fallopian tube and olfactory mucosa, that are the example. And the next goblet cells, that are the unicellular cells, glands secreting the mucus and that are present in the large intestine. Here you can find out one more simple type. This is calling as a pseudo stratified epithelium. The name itself indicating it is a pseudo stratified. It is not a stratified but appears as a stratified. That is it is calling as a pseudo stratified. It is actually simple epithelium. Simple epithelium means what? Single layer. And here also this all cells are the single layer, but because of the size differences, here you can find out the height cell is there, short cell is there, height cell is there, short cell is there, height cell is there, here short cell is there. And here what happens, you observe here this particular part, then the apex of the taller cells are pressurizing on the apex of the shorter cells, and the nucleus is pushing towards the basement membrane. At the same time, the bases of the short cells are pressurizing or pushing the bases of the long cells or tall cells. The nucleus is pushing towards the apex. Okay, then all the height cells, the nucleus to above that one or the apex will be there, appears as a different layer. All the basement cells, all the cells are the short cells that are appearing, the bases are, nucleus is appearing towards the base. Then nucleus appears like a two layers, apex of the tall cells and bases of the short cells. Then but all the bases of all the cells are reaching the basement membrane. You can observe here, long cell also reaching the basement membrane, short cell also reaching the basement membrane. That means all are standing on the basement membrane. That is the reason it is considered as a single layer, but because of the height differences and the nucleus position, it appears as a two layers, and this is calling as a pseudo stratified epithelium. The respiratory epithelium is a pseudo stratified epithelium. Here you can find out, okay, the cilia also. In case of the respiratory, cilia is there. That is helpful for when the dust particles or foreign bodies entering through the respiratory tract. Then it is helpful for the sneezing out, throwing out. Okay, the example for respiratory epithelium and the male reproductive system. And here the stratified epithelium. Stratified epithelium means it is the multi-layer, more than one layer, it is calling as the stratified epithelium. Strata means layer. If more than one layer is there, that is calling as a stratified epithelium. Then here you can find out this is the stratified squamous non-chitinous epithelium. Then here you can find out here the basement, this is the basement membrane. Above the basement membrane there is a basal columnar cell, single layer of the columnar cells are there, that is a basement membrane and basement cells. Above the basement cell there are the many layers of the more than 3 or 4 layers, many layers of the polygonal cells are there. Above that one there is a flat shaped cells. Squamous cells means flat shaped cells, and then here flat shaped cells or squamous cells are there in the layers, and this is calling as a stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. Basement membrane, above the basement membrane there is a single layer of the columnar cells. Above that one many layers of the polygonal cells. Above that one the flat shaped cells are there, squamous cells are there, and this is the simple stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. Stratified squamous non-keratinized. The example for the stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium is the mucous membrane of the mouth, okay, and the esophagus. These are the example for the stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. Here you can find out stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. Everything is same except the keratin layer. Here you can find out basement membrane, the basal columnar cells, polygonal cells, flat shape cells or squamous cells. Above that one there is a protein layer will be there, keratin protein. The example is the skin. If you take the skin, the outer layer, that is a keratin layer is there protecting the skin, and this is calling as a stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. The example for this one is the skin, and the thick skin is the best example for the stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. This is the transitional epithelium. Transitional epithelium also calling as the urinary epithelium, especially in the urinary bladder. This mechanism we can see very clearly. We can find out here one layer of the basement membrane will be there. Above that one single layer or one layer of the basal cuboidal cells are there. Above that one there are the many polygonal cells are there, and above that you can find out here the umbrella shaped cells. The umbrella shaped cells are there here. See, these are present in the urinary bladder. Example, see, urinary bladder, what is the function of the urinary bladder? Collecting of the urine. It is continuously collecting of the urine secreted by the kidney through the ureter. It is collecting, and the next, see, generally we won't go once you are getting the desire for the maturation. It may take some time due to your work. Then what happens then? But kidney, it won't stop function. It is excreting the this excess water minerals. Then urinary bladder capacity should increase. Then this epithelium, the shape of this one is changing to the, here the umbrella shape cell becomes, all these cells become the flat. When it is becoming the flat, then the thickness of this one is decreasing in the stretch condition. Then the cavity of the urinary bladder is increasing. It is resulting to increasing of the capacity of the urinary bladder, and some more amount of urine also can add there. That is the transitional epithelium. Single layer of the basement membrane, single layer of the basal cells, above that one polygonal cells, above that one you can find out this one, the which one you can find umbrella shaped cells, that is in the relaxed condition. In the stress condition of the urinary bladder, these all cells are pressurizing by the excess urine, and it becomes a flat and increasing, resulting the creating the extra space for the more urine, and that is because it is changing the shapes, that is it is calling as the transitional epithelium. This is briefly about the simple epithelium, simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar, pseudostratified and stratified squamous keratinized, stratified squamous non-keratinized and transitional epithelium. These all diagrams by the courtesy of the student, first year MBBS student Hita, her name SSIMS, Davangere, Karnataka, India. Thank you. Here are some pictures of the deep floors. You can find out here. This one, simple squamous epithelium, simple columnar epithelium. This also simple columnar epithelium. Pseudostratified epithelium, transitional epithelium, stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, and finally stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. Thank you.